What is going on, it's Alex here, Thomas here. Welcome back to Gaming Time 123. Today we are doing Marvel opening, and this will be on Magic Arena. I do have the Play Booster box, which I will open on a stream, which I believe is on this Saturday's weekend. It is on the 28th, I believe. Is that the right date? 27th. So the 27th, I will be having a box opening for that. That will be a live stream. This one's not, but that's basically the idea. We're going to do a Magic Arena opening today, so it's all going to be on Magic Arena. Let's go on and get into what we have here. That's not the right scene. There we go. And we have, I went ahead and bought all the boxes for that. So we have this. We have a total of 48 packs plus 5, whatever this thing is, and 5 of the collector booster. Now I do not know officially whether these are going to be worded differently, like there are going to be different things for it, or they're going to actually be the cards. They have made sense. We have 48 of them. Let's go on and get started. And I do not know what we're going to get. I really would love to get the Affinity Stone, but with a Magic Arena, I can get whatever things I want in a later time. Pack 1, let's do it. We're only going to do one at a time, so don't. We have a Mythic, and here's all the things we have gotten. And we get the Mythical Stone. Okay, so we can get whatever we need. We also get Frozen of Ice. This is actually kind of a deck I played on the on the previous weekend, which was last weekend. I played a deck that was blue-green. This was one of those cards that would help me win the game. I also had this one in my hand, but okay, next one we got. Let's go ahead and go for it. Okay, we got the Space Spider-Man to the rescue. And this one, which also I had that in one of my decks, and it's honestly very interesting. Power Up is honestly an interesting mechanic that they added to this one, but I guess they did decide to have the artwork here. They must have paid extra, which might be why it cost more. We have Teamwork. Teamwork is another mechanic they put in this one. You can tap a creature and get additional stuff for it. And we got Doomsday. I did not get this card. I really do not care about getting that card though. But it's fine. We keep going. We got Giant Growth. That looks right to me. We got Iron Lad. We got basically an Iron Man. That's nice. Scroll. Am I blocking anything? I am blocking the wrong one. Giant Growth. We got Luke Cage Power Man. This is a weird card. This card is just so weird. I tried to figure out how it worked. My Pack of Avengers is pretty cool. But basically, the way this card works is that if you have 2 more creatures in your graveyard, then you get it's a 3/3. But you have a hard time getting it. And honestly, I don't really know what a scroll is anyways. That was one of the things also that I got quite a few of them. And we got a rare Iron Clear. There's one card I do kind of want. There's 2 cards I want in this one. There is the Affinity Stone, and then there's the main Mythic Black Panther. Maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't. Who knows? Why do I get that? Some robots, and things. And I have the Avengers game. And I completed the Avengers game, which the last level was really hard. Oh! This card is so broken. Yeah, I remember taking this card. It was very, very. It's broken. And to be honest, this card should be a Mythic. And I hate to say that because I'm glad it's not a Mythic, but it should 100% be a mythic or rarer than rare on the comics. I don't know what the context between rare and mythic is, but it should be like in that area. Nothing else really great. Here we got the Grim Reaper. Didn't know that's a creature, but okay. Next pack. Nothing special. We can create a 2/2/1 menace creature, which is one of those tokens you can get, and you can activate if you have 2 more creatures in your graveyard. I guess black something else likes to do stuff whenever you're in the graveyard. Red likes to get with stuff when stuff enters. I don't know what it is. Okay, that's interesting. Not particularly relevant, but not bad. We got our giant growth, and we got the Vermilion Engineers, which is the Panthers, which is the Black Panther stuff. We got War Machine. I guess that's an Iron Man version. When beginning of combat, another creature gets plus X plus 0, not X plus X. And where it's power, so it gets plus 1 plus 0 right now. Oh, this is a really cool card. Really good card in the context. You return a creature, an artifact, an enchantment, or a land, 2 of those to your hand. Honestly, that card probably should be an uncommon. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit overpowered. Iron Fist is a weird card. It just doesn't make much sense in the context here. But you have to have a lot of spell casting for it in order to make this work. Oh, yeah, this one. Don't know how. Artist God of War attacks each combat if able. Whenever an attacking creature dies, return to its owner's hand. Interesting. It's an interesting card. That unfortunately I think also applies to any opponent's cards too. So I'm not really sure that's a great thing. Because if it's attacks or whenever an attacking creature, you control that. Okay, so it doesn't affect that. That's fine. Never Giant Growth, 2 kings, sacrificing an artifact or discard a card, and you draw 2 cards. Interesting mechanic, not great. I do not really understand where that came from. It can't be blocked if our power is 1 or less. At what point would you want it to be 1 or less? Doesn't make there's no reason for it. If our power is 1 or less. So basically, as long as it's a 1/1, it can't be blocked, but it becomes an X that can't be. That really is not a very good. Is definitely not a good card, good creature for it. Also, what? That's terrible. It's reduced by 1. Oh, by the way, I forgot how power up works in the way that you can activate it when it enters or at any time after. It costs X less, depending on whatever it is. So this one costs X blue minus X blue normally, minus the 1 blue that it costs. So when it enters, it gets lowered by whatever the cost of the card is. That's okay. We got that. We don't need to worry about that. I mean, soldier, whenever you draw a second card each turn, put 1 counter on this creature. Very good. We got our villain, which is a creature of haste. It's good early game, not so good late game. Madame Mystique. Whenever she enters, she can advise, and you draw your second card each turn. So if you draw a bunch of cards, I think that's some of the mechanic for black, or one of the mechanics for black. Then you create a 2/1 creature with miss. Creature gets plus 1 plus 2. This is actually very interesting, and it's a very good card. Whenever you put 1 counter on a creature, you put 1 counter on this creature, and only triggers it once each this turn. But it's still very good. exile all the cards from your hand and draw that many cards. So it's a better version of what is that called? I don't remember what it's called, but there's a good better version of a certain card, which is basically allows you to get them out. Imagine drawing like 50 cards, have like 50 cards, then discard them all, get all your cards out on the field. That's weird. And we have the Wonder Wasp, which is a very interesting creature. A creature that says, okay, when it enters, target creature doesn't exist anymore. Exist, but it doesn't. It basically similar to Frozen in Time, similar to pacifism. I think it can't do anything. It becomes a 1/1 that doesn't have any abilities. No, it just becomes a creature that doesn't have any abilities. So anything that would have triggered doesn't trigger anymore. It's a very good card. Probably could be uncommon, but not. I don't mind it. Hydra Assault Warbot. Whenever a villain or another creature gets the one damage to target, put it in a deck that makes you a bunch do number damage, or artifacts. That's really good. That we got like 3 copies of this in here. We got Red Guardian Super Soldier. Whenever it enters, destroy target creature, opponent that was dealt damage this turn. Gonna be kind of hard to do. Hydra Helper, add blue, which can't be spent on to cast non-artifact spells. Okay, that's their teamwork thing, which is just tap to counter 4 instead. This card's interesting, not great. It just says whenever it comes tapped, put a teamwork or to pay a teamwork ability as this thing. Then you get to put 1 counter and draw a card. Good. Hawkeye. This is a weird one, but it says in the context you can make it so that somebody can't block. 2 damage to any target or target player specifically to a target player, and then discard a card, draw a card. -4/-4. That's pretty normal. There's nothing else in it. Whenever you draw a second card each turn, put 1 counter on this target creature, which is pretty good. Lifelink, something investigates and then gets +1/+0 and it's flying until end of turn. Okay. Moonstone, which is a discard card. You may exile a card from your graveyard, and then if you do, return it. Wait. Discard a card. You may exile that card, and you can return it until the end of you can play into the next turn. Okay. And we got Quicksilver, which is very weird because you can do. It's basically a ley line, except that ley line it doesn't attack. But if you happen to have some way of getting 4 mana on the fields, then you can just put 1 more counter on it and double strike counter, which is very, very good. I feel like it really should do a little bit more than that, but that's not a bad card. Makes sense to me. This card's terrible, really. It's good, like, when it enters, you draw a card, and you put a land card. That's it. There's nothing else. Death Touch creature, put 2/1 counters on it, make it a 3/3 with Death Touch. Create a 2/1/1 soldier. Teamwork is really good. This one's actually a very good card. You put 1 counter to a creature, or you make it fight something else. Another one of those. And we got this guy, which is you may play lands from your graveyard. We have plenty of cards that do that sort of thing. but it's very similar. There's a card. There's a little spider, not a insect that does a very similar thing. Whenever a land enters, it create a 1/1 minion as well. Land is still going to actually draw a card. It's a very interesting, not the best card out there though. Giant growth. This thing, try 2 cards. Draw 3 cards and then discard 2. This thing here, let's see. This one says, whenever it enters, you may sacrifice another creature. Where does that come from? If you do, destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. Interesting. And then this guy. This guy was the reason I won a lot of my games. Because there is another card we'll probably end up seeing it that literally lets you draw a card, an additional card at the beginning of your upkeep. Which makes it a 6/6 in return. And trample. And when you get offense, you can draw a card. Its first ability is not as useful, but it's still pretty useful. And there it is, Super Intelligence. At the beginning of your upkeep of enchanting controller's upkeep, that player draws a card. So that really makes it work really well. That exile target creature of toughness 4, exile target enchantment mana cost 4 or more. 5/5, amazing land cycle. And when it enters, draw a card. If you control another hero, you get 2 life. And a rare. I get out of this one as one of my cards, I think, but I still don't understand it really. When you cast an instant or sorcery that copies, it targets a land artifact or land, copy that spell. But you may choose to do copies for it, and then you put 2 counters on this. So it could be very good. Still haven't figured it out though. It's a seal. Whenever you attacks deliver. A creature attacks alone, gets +1/+1. This thing make target player to discard 2 cards, and then target whenever a creature attacks alone. That must be the white-black mechanic. Target player loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Death touch creature, teamwork. Give a creature give a creature double strike. If it was used in double strike, if a spell was cast using teamwork, it also gives trample. And then we got another plan. I haven't really had any of that plan, but the thing is, we got Thor Osen, which is Flying Visions and Prowess. He is very annoying. I played against him and I wanted to get rid of him as soon as I could. That wasn't the most annoying one, but we'll probably end up seeing it in our Hawkeye. We'll probably end up seeing that card. First strike, +1/+0 in haste. No hits. We got a destroy target creatures for 1, which honestly is very difficult to cast something like that, but you know. Oh, we got the Kingpin of Crime. Whenever you attack, you pay 2 life. If you do, until end of turn, creatures of toughness greater than their power. So, something like this guy. Assign combat damage equal to their toughness rather than their power. Kind of interesting. Doesn't appear to be, probably doesn't seem to be as relevant though. We got Lightning Strike, which is very helpful. 8 U.S. agent John Walker. I don't really understand who he is, but you get equipment whenever you get in here, which is +1/+2, and you attach it to U.S. agent. This time we got a girl, White Widow. Free agent, put 1/1 counter on target creature. No, put 1/1 counter on each of 2 target creatures, or you return a target artifact or enchantment to your hand. Interesting. We got the Scarlet Witch. Instant sort of this card's got broken. Instant sorceries with mana for has cost. Wait, what? Instants and sorceries you cost with 4 mana cost X less the cast, whereas it's power. So it costs 2 less here. I do not believe it affects the actual the whatever the like the red cost or whatever it's any of the actual pips, but it does affect. Yeah, so if you want to cast something like, maybe we'll find something else. I think it's this guy costs 1 less, so it will just cost 1 red. Maybe we'll find a better card to be more like it later, but we'll see. Not teamwork. Deal 2 damage to our creature, 4 damage to something. We got this one, which is target player gets a 6/5 Leviathan. Where did that come from? With hexproof. Or return 1 or 2 permits to your opponent's hands. And we got our Hawkeye. Nothing. I really like. I think the Pet Adventures is really, really fun, really cool looking. I don't know where that comes from, but and then we got Nick Fury, Agent Shield, which is really powerful. Is a 5-color commander, but costs if you have all 5 colors or in the field with 2 characters on it, then look at the 7 cards in library, put it in hero, equipment, or vehicle card from among them onto the battlefield. If it's double save 5, you may transform it, and then put the rest of the bomb library. I don't really know how good he is, but he's still pretty interesting. Their giant growth. I want to point out I've had like 4 copies of this thing so far. Whiplash. This card's weird. Enters tapped, and when he attacks, if he's equipped, which means you have to equip something like Bram, then opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, which is the number of equipments that are attached to him. He could be really useful, really good. Third plan counter, you get a 2/2. You get 3 2/2 robot villains, and then you get to sacrifice it. And our red card, we got one of those basic rare events. I think they're interesting. I don't think they're great. Those lands. We got Sharok. I think that's how it's pronounced. Artifacts cost 1 less to cast, and the target artifact becomes a copy of a second target artifact you control, and except it is legendary and activate only with a sorcery. We've got Doombot. Pay 2 life, add 2 mana of any one color. You can spend this on equipments. And you can sacrifice equipment to make something 4/4/4. And we got him. Oh my goodness. He has Flying Vigilance and Indestructible. And whenever you target opponent, and target opponent gets this. Oh, that's the weakness for him. Is that target opponent gets that. A 3/3 void creature that must attack if able. Basically, all it is just saying we can bounce off each other because they're not gonna deal damage to him. They're not gonna deal damage to him, but they're just gonna bounce. Interesting, not great. Human Scientist, yay. Other villains +2/+1. That card's ridiculous. For context here, 2/2/1 villain. And our rare is we got another one of those guys, the dinosaur. Think we got a Mythic here. Maybe we'll get lucky. That's not our first card. We've got 5 copies of it so far. That land's not terrible, not great, but not terrible. And their horrific is heroes you control get +2/+2. And at the beginning of your step, if you attack on a hero's turn, or a hero into the battlefield, you could draw a card. I mean, doesn't seem terrible. You can flash it in. This doesn't seem like the best card though. We got another Mythic. That's not our first card. We got 2/1 white soldiers when it enters. Cool, and we get a Mythic thing, which is fine. I don't care. I don't mind getting Mythics because we can choose whatever we want to do, and then this. All right, so we got our hands. We got we got Web Up, which is an Exile. So I think that's a reprint from the Smarterman set. This one says, add one mana of any color, spend this mana only cast hero spells or activate hero sources. This one's not terrible. This one's not terrible. The uncommon ones, this one, and you can also look for top 3 cards for 4, and put a land in your hand. No, hero, not land. And our rare is okay. She was annoying. Imagine, she is so annoying. I played against her, and I want to remove her every single time because she's insanely annoying. Because creatures with flying can't attack you or block creatures that you control. She's annoying. My question is, why is she in the set? Is because she's not an Avenger, technically. She's an X-Men. But she's actually, I think she's really good. She's a really good card. She's annoying. Let's put it that way. Whenever a creature enters with 1 counter, if you control another hero, you get 2 1 counters instead. Tap something. This card is weird, and it's only really good in early on in the game, as far as I can tell. I do know who Claw is, and he's very weird. But it has its duress when it enters, minus the fact that it's equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. And we have another plan. Draw the same card. Oh, we get this one, Patriot Shield Builder, which gives something else +1/+0 or +2/0 in haste or X-proof. Nothing else special. Oh, we get this guy. Whenever you gain life, oh my goodness. I'm totally gonna break that card. Put 1 counter on it. That's gonna be broken. I don't know if I remember if I've uploaded this or not, but I made a deck that was all about making infinite life. I don't know if I've uploaded it or not, but infinite life works ridiculous. It has flash. Holy mackerel! Nope, sorry, that card should be rare. At least. And the abilities needed can't be activated. Can be activated additional time. And Daredevil. This star doesn't make any sense to me either. I don't know what universe he actually is, but it makes sense, sort of. But he's blind, and he's a lawyer. When you attack, as it'll cover your library. If it's a hero card, Daredevil gets +2/+1, and then you can play it this turn. It doesn't really make any sense. He can see nothing, I guess. I don't really know exactly how Daredevil works, but according to my understanding, he can see, but he sees like in a weird way. Oh, also take him a shield. My finger indestructible, really good. Robot Villain gives it +10. This is a weird card too. Make it a 5. Here's the funny thing: you can pay 10 or 9 rather to make this card work, because you can. Here's the thing: you can give it, so the way this card works, and if I understand how it works, I don't think I've played anyone against this, but you can make it 3/5, and then you can also pay the 6 to give it make it 6/6 and then trample. And it already has vigilance and reach. And it doesn't say until end of turn too. Oh, it does say that it's at the beginning of the text. I didn't read. I should read, shouldn't I? Speed, young adventure. I don't know where that comes from. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you pay 1. If you do, target creature can be blocked except for haste. John Walker, we already got all these other cards. And we got Mole Man. We still have his. Let's see. Teamwork. Choose a creature card and deliver its mana value 4 or less, or pay to tap a creature with power 4 or more, and then you can choose any creature. Oh, we get Taskmaster. Oh, at the beginning, this one's broken too, I think. At the beginning of your first main phase, until your next turn, Taskmaster becomes a copy of another creature. Except that his name is Taskmaster. Basically, he copies another creature's text box. Except that he's also a human mercenary villain. I think that's the way that works. Never gonna use that guy, probably. Another Light Strike, again, not first. Hulk. Yep, as Hulk. And we got Secret Evasion, which gives a creature +2/+2, and you exile something else. Next one. We got another Web Up, which is not our first turn. It gives the creature gives flank your +1/+1 and flying and ward 1. Power Broker, which is you give a counter on target permit to another player, so you can make it really good poison. And oh yay! One of the cards I really want in this set because she's really cool. And the funny thing is, on the things, I made a copy of her. That wasn't legendary, so I had my maximum hand size. I had no maximum hand size twice. That would be weird if I had to make something like that. Okay, this is actually really good. +3 complete. It costs a lot, but target creature control gets +1 counter on it. Cool. And this guy, Winter Soldier, Icy Assassin. It gets +2/+0 for each equipment, and you can return it to the field with a fertility counter, so for once. And then you can attach an equipment to him. Loki gets target when you cast your next target instant spell, you can cast copy it. It does have to be equal to or lower than this creature's whatever its power is, but you can just do copy for it. Seems pretty good. And Agent Phil Com is kind of weird, but very good when it goes to whenever you play a hero deck around him. Nothing specific in here except for one. Well, we got Heroic Feast. Whenever it enters, you create a food token. Whenever you gain life, will also be broken in that deck. Choose up to that many creatures, put 1 counter on each of them. Yeesh. We got this guy who he's actually really kind of weird, but he's actually very good. I played against him. He was one of the reasons I won the 2 matches I won with that one, because I played a black Black Red Dylan's deck in my second time to produce. I didn't win any matches, but I did. But he's definitely a very good card for it. And if you get him on the field as well, you get this guy becomes a 2/2 and lifelink, and also you get a 1/1 counter on him and death touch. A flying car, which exiles target creature you control and returns to the battlefield whenever it enters. Okay. It flickers a creature. Nothing. Oh, we got. I have not seen him. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile another target on land, non-token permanent, and return to the battlefield. Non-tokens would just vanish anyways. Return to the battlefield at the end of the next step. Could be interesting. I don't point out tokens would just vanish anyways, so that wouldn't do anything. And we got one of those lands. I think the lands are interesting. They're not great though. They're not bad. And we got the villain's version of that. And we got this one, Scry 2. Maybe put a hero of 3 or less onto the battlefield if you don't draw a card. It's the insurance policy. Put one counter on each creature you control. Very good, very good. We got Lightning Strike again, not the first. And we got another one of those mountains. The plan says whenever a creature becomes tapped, draw a card, discard a card, put a plan counter, then when it has 4 plants counters on it, sacrifice it, and return 2 instants or sorceries from your graveyard. We got Prowess, Night Nurse, which is whenever it enters to start permanent that was in your graveyard, it was put anywhere for this turn, return to your hand. Okay. Oh, Arcus Ragnar, we get to add 3 colors mana. Could be really good in the late game, not really good early game. Nothing particularly powerful. That we got this guy early again. Whenever you creature enters scry 1, put a plane counter. When you put a 4th counter, you put 1 counter on each creature you control. And Taskmaster again. Nothing special out of this one. We didn't get anything out of that one. We get a Mythic. That could be good. We also have Ant-Man, which whenever he attacks, you may pay 1 to put 1 counter on target creature. And then whenever 1 counter is put on a creature, you could that many insects. And only chooses once per turn, though. Flying car. Now, whenever you cast a spell at target creature you control, put 1 counter on it. And we got Rancor, which makes the creature +2/+0, and it has trample. And then whenever Roar goes into your graveyard, you can put those returns to your hand. Interesting. Nothing special for this one. Bullseye, Dead Dealer. I don't know where his came from, but he came from something. We may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, deal 2 damage to any target when it enters. Yeah. Okay. Another Secret Evasion. Nothing special. We got this guy, which is really weird. You get to put whenever you power it up, you get a creature that has a Tire God. I'm wondering something. Minus the fact this is legendary, could you do this again? If you flicker this creature. I don't really know where this one comes from, but, you know. World War Adam's a good one as well. When you next cast red or green spell, you can cast it for free. put 3 encounters on creature control, and then you get to double one target creature's power and against trample. And Final Showdown. This card already exists, but okay. Continuing. Nothing special. Now that one. Oh, we got Squirrel Girl. The unbeatable Squirrel Girl. So now we're going to make a bunch of scrolls. Definitely going to make a scroll deck or patch up the scroll deck I have using that girl. This card's ridiculous. It's flash and it can't be blocked. That card, okay, I can see why it's a uncommon because it's not that great, but it's still for it can't be blocked. And we got another one of those lands. We have one pack left in the basic part of this. I'm glad we didn't get any of those stupid lands that didn't do anything. Never mind. I spoke too soon. This card's not good. Add 1 mana, you get to cast a hit, or you create a 3/3 Doom bot. Yay! Alright, now we're gonna go to our Mythic packs. Oh, it's funny. Nothing great in here. Oh gosh, this card's broken. This is how I copied every arrow creatures. I had like 7 creatures on the field. Copying that, other than the fact my card was actually the alternate art version of this, so it was it's a lot more expensive. But this card is it's broken. Yeah, definitely Mythic. Absolutely. Nothing great in this one. This one's powers up. Yeah, it's great. Yay. Well, she's pretty good too. Put 1 counter on it and a struggleable counter on Capitals Marvel. She's pretty good, but nothing special on that one. We got a Mythic pack. Mythic thing. Okay, nothing really great. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, you investigate. Well, Tony Stark is not good. I don't think. Because you get to equip... Okay, she might be great as a commander, but unfortunately, really, you don't ever cast him for the first for once for its side. Although you can transform him. Although you can transform him, I think. No, you definitely cast him for the other side. You definitely don't cast that one. Let's go ahead and see what we got in our last Mythic pack. Yay. And it's the Infinity Stone! Yay! I have to go buy that one. No, I did have to buy that one still. Hopefully the Infinity Stone is also in this box. Because I won't have to go buy him. And I will point out that I did when I bought this it was about $180 for that. Pre-release was like, I think it was, I don't know, it was a weird amount. It was apparently it was $86.62. Just look at this guy. Anyways, hopefully that is also in here, so I don't have to go buy the card, because I ended up breaking down and buying that card. But holy mackerel! So we got the Infinity Stone. We don't have to worry about it. Our gold packs. We'll do the gold packs, 'cause why not? Dude, yay! That's Final Fantasy. Lord Hark. This guy. I don't know what it is. And don't really care about that. But anyways, I remember seeing there was something in this pack that has like ward, okay, force, exile something, yay, doctor something, sneak, terrible land, auto wizard. Okay, I do not mind. I do not mind that. That's a good card. Yep. Okay. Human citizen. I don't mind that one's pretty good. Okay. We get 2 copies of that. Oh, we get a lane line along, which is not apparently not illegal. We get another copy of the Ant-Man, and we also get to return something to our hand, which is okay. Yeah. Yep. We get creature spell get convoke, which is why this is in that order. I don't know. Storm. Don't mind that. Don't know how much did you if ever use that. Baron, which is actually really good if you play a black deck. Dream Stacy. Don't mind that. Never gonna use it. And also don't mind about that one. There of course is one more gold pack here. I missed one apparently. I guess we get +1 counter each creature control for a maximum of 10, so it could be a 14/14 for each non-human. Yay. Hey, you know what? That's a good card. I will, that's definitely a good card. Okay, don't know what that is. That card's weird. And Meme Master 2 is also a bit weird. Now, there's one more card we want to get. And my webcam is gone a little bit weird. First off, I am going to buy the mesh packs. I'm not doing +10 levels. It's not worth it. He is sure I'm not doing that. But there's one more thing. I thought there was something else in the store. Buy that for 2 units. No maximum hand size. Hold on 1 second. What is that one? I can. Oh, that's just the art. Never mind. That's not worth it. These are just the art cards. Right. Yes, if I will get the card. Maybe we'll do that. I think the other. There's no other things for it. No. So there is one other thing I wanted to get. That I didn't get, which I'm actually surprised I didn't get. It is a legendary creature. No planeswalkers in this set, I don't think. It's blue. I think it's those colors. It's multicolored. And it is in this set. Crafted. Is this guy. I'm only going to craft 1 copy of him. And that's all we're going to do. So my webcam went crazy on it. I apologize for it. But that is it for this video. We got the Infinity Stone. Tune in on Friday, or if you want to watch it later, or open all the paying backs on 27th. It will be June 27th. I'll have that as well. I'll see you guys then. And don't forget, guys, to keep your game on.